All right, episode 3 of Takopi's Original Sin. We just now came out of episode 2, and that was like a huge curveball for us.
Yeah.
I think I probably speak for both of us when I say we have no idea where this is going.
No, I am intensely interested to see this next episode. Because I just... It could go so many ways, and I don't think any of them are good. So, yeah. I think we are just bound for one tragedy after another. Right?
Yeah, basically. And now we have no more do-overs, which is like the biggest element of the story that I didn't think we would just toss away.
Yeah.
So now anything that happens now is just permanent.
Yeah.
And so I guess that means the dog is permanently gone, if that's the case.
It makes more sense that the mom lied about.
Yeah.
So probably Chappie is.
Yeah. Which I guess technically, because Shizuka was not, without Chappie, she was just down. But then Takopi killed Marina, and now she's happy. And so that's the one thing that he was trying to do, and he did technically succeed in doing it.
Right.
So, because I thought that was gonna be a problem if we don't have Chappie anymore, period. How is he gonna make her bounce back from that? And
right.
This is the only way he could have done it. And so.
Well, it was a win for all of us, right? Yeah.
She did suck.
She sucked big time.
Yeah.
And she was just evil. Evil kid. Don't care what her... I know. I don't care.
There was really no helping her because her
she's
parents...
not redeemable.
Yeah, her parents weren't helping her with that.
Yeah.
And so she had no support system whatsoever to even try to be a good person at all.
And she just went too far. It was too much. There was no walking that back. It would be really just... Actually, I think Marina dying was probably the only way that could resolve. Mm-hmm. Because if you walked it back at that point, it would have felt very disingenuous.
Yeah, and plus we were both kind of curious as to how are you gonna make us like her? Because the intro it makes it look like they're gonna be friends
Happy
at some
fun
point.
Time. Yeah.
And it's I don't know. I don't know if because that'd be a hard sell, because you would have to make her do these amazing things to to make a flip on that.
Yeah.
But okay. Let's see where this next episode goes. I wonder if there's gonna be another curveball with this, and it just keeps getting crazier.
It's not gonna be sugar and rainbows, I can tell you that.
She says that's not a thing that people say.
It's not a thing people say.
I said that I heard it from somewhere. I don't know where, but I know it's from somewhere.
Does your cat talk to you at night? Sleeping?
Yes. And it's sugar and rainbows.
Okay, well, he doesn't speak English, so...
Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on into this, but before we do, guys, feel free to check out my memberships. They're only $1. You get early access to these episodes and the full reactions, and also music reactions.
It's never gonna get old for me.
Shut up.
I was okay the first 15 times I heard it, but now that we're on 20, I'm I can't listen.
No, I get it, but it has to be said.
I know. But I'm gonna make fun of you.
Okay, that's fine.
Ah, yes. And we're back.
Just in case we forgot. This very small piece of the story. It feels like this could damage everybody, though. Mentally.
Well, her mom is already on her, a ledge.
She, doesn't care about Marina, too, though.
I don't think it's gonna help her mental state.
Sure, it's not gonna help either, but it's just the fact that, she got so happy from that, that's not...
It's not normal. It speaks to her having some serious mental issues from all this, right?
Well, they're still using Marina in the intro.
That's why I said I'm not entirely convinced she's gone. I'm just not. Oh. Does he find her? Oh. Oh, he can see her?
He's not wearing the flower.
Oh, that's right.
Oh. Now it's more complicated.
Because you haven't been tortured by this bitch. Yeah, but what's she supposed to do about it? She didn't do it.
Technically, right?
That would probably be better than whatever life she has right now anyway.
Does he have his own problems?
I'm sure they all do.
Oh,
No way.
They're gonna shove her in there? Oh my god.
And how's he gonna do that? Like, legitimately.
Yeah.
We're doing some dark humor shit here. Some
Yeah.
dark humor shit here.
I feel like I'm reading like a really interesting like novel.
My dude. Oh, he's gonna understand how shitty her life is.
I feel like even if he acted different, they probably wouldn't notice.
Yes, absolutely. They obviously don't.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's something wrong with her, for sure.
Yeah. So he seems like he doesn't get relied on much, and he doesn't like that. Oh, I wouldn't put anything past this show anymore. So he's not perfect.
Every single set of parents in the show is trash.
yeah, all of them suck, yeah. Well, this is probably a much better alternative to how it was.
Yeah, this music, oh my god. They do a lot with music in this show to convey a sense of unease and something not being quite right.
Yeah, like it's very childlike, but there's something...
there's that sound there that's like the
Yeah.
fun house music almost kind of.
Yeah, and oh yeah, the dead body.
And then if they find her in the gadget, like...
They never really fully explain what it does.
Just preserve, so it's gonna preserve her body. Because it
Okay.
preserves things like
Oh, got
flowers.
it. So nothing ages in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They kind of are. Except for the one that he broke. So it's interesting, she has hobbies and interests now that Marina is dead.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Uh-oh.
Yep. It's gonna get dark. One of her unhappiness is gonna affect him, and he wants to fix that. Or if it's just Shizuka that he's trying to work on. It has to be super confusing for him.
Uh-oh.
That's gonna get more complicated.
Oh my god. But it's like I said, that's to be expected. The hole is just gonna keep getting deeper and deeper. It's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
So this is to be expected. And I think Takopi has already been tarnished by the human world. Like, he knows pain now. You know, the abuse he's had heaped upon him by Marina first, and then by Marina's mom, and then the pain he feels at realizing what he's done to this family unintentionally. So, because he was happy, and right? Like, all he knew was happiness and joy.
Yeah.
And he's had other emotions put into his vocabulary now.
Yeah, not gonna lie, that last little bit there, that almost got me. Like, like even though I'm not sad for Marina necessarily, I'm sad for him more so, and then just how he feels. Like I really felt like I connected with that, and then just like his guilt and everything.
Yeah.
And plus, like, of course, they had to like run through, the memories of her growing up, and then like what it starts to turn into and everything. And even though it's not in a good place, he still took something away from all that.
Yeah.
And, like, I wasn't sure if it was gonna go that direction, because I was like, well, like, because her mom sucks, so maybe your mom would be fine with her not being there. But that was before.
But she knew.
But she kind of knew, like,
she did.
Even if she didn't know exactly what was up, she knew that something was different about her. And so, yeah, I still have not really been able to predict anything with this show at all.
And I think one thing that's interesting, because we talked about, you had made a comment and I agreed with you, how neither of them are even going to know that it's not Marina because they don't pay attention to her anyway, but the mom did know. The dad didn't. The dad embraced it. The dad was like, this is the daughter I want. Do you want to come live with me, sweetie? Like, this is great.
Yeah.
But the mom knew. So maybe she was trying the best she could with what she was working with. I'm not saying she's a good, but no, she's a shit parent, but she's going through a lot too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it does show that even though she's not capable of loving her in the way that she should, there is still something there for the mom with Marina.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, she's spending a lot of time with her daughter anyway, so she would know if there's any differences in her daughter, and Takopi just doesn't know how to act like the person
anybody other than Takopi.
Yeah, exactly.
Really.
And just keep talking like him, and even though he keeps getting told, hey, you gotta stop talking like that, but he just keeps doing it.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure it'd be a pretty stark contrast for the mother, and then the father's not there all the time, so he'd probably be the one least likely to figure it out. Yeah, and we got a little bit of backstory on Azuma, and so I guess he's supposed to be the perfect child, but he's not.
I just what? I don't know what childhood trauma the writers of this show have, but like every parent's a piece of shit. Every single last one of them. Mm-hmm. We can't have a single good parent who is loving and understanding, and it happens,
Yeah.
Like, that's a little crazy. Like, we don't have a single parent in here that isn't trash.
Yeah, and it's interesting how each child is affected differently by whatever their parents are going through.
It's all abuse, but very different forms of it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
With Shizuka, it's neglect. With Marina, it's physical abuse, and then with Azuma, it's like psychological abuse.
Yeah, like, and it's hard to like wager like who has it worse, because I think I think most people would just agree that trauma is trauma, and it just affects us differently. And so, but yeah, I think, like, even though we don't like Marina, but Marina has it like fairly bad.
Sure.
Because it's just she comes home to arguments and then being physically abused.
I understand, but I really feel the need to reiterate, like, that child was evil.
Yeah.
Like, it manifested in an incredibly, like, raunchy, gnarly way that I think, like, really speaks to something inside of her that's like...
Oh, no, yeah, it's like she has all this built up anger and has nothing to do with it, so she puts it all on Shizuka.
Yeah.
And it's, and I get that she's a child, but still, with your anger, that's the one thing you have control over, is what you do with it. And she chose to just take it out on her, and and however she wanted to. And then not just like also being physically abusive to Shizuka, but also like just bullying her like with her friends, and so also being emotionally abusive as well. So so just every single way.
She hits every box she possibly can with Shizuka.
Totally. And then we went through like Marina like almost stalking Shizuka just to like...
It wasn't an almost, it was...
Yeah, basically.
I mean, it is what it is.
Looking for her, yeah. And so, and we literally, through trial and error, found that we were just never able to escape her. And so, so yeah, I mean, so there's definitely like some stuff going on there with Marina that's, you know, obviously she's in a situation, but also like she's not handling it at all the correct way. And
which again, we don't put things like that on children, but I'm just saying, like, but we're also not straight up like fucking of the devil either, right? You know what I mean? So I still don't fucking care, okay? I just don't. I'm sorry. What I think will be interesting is is Takopi gonna know that Marina's dead body has been found before the next time he morphs into her and goes home to her parents?
Oh, that's a good point.
Or they're gonna be like, who the fuck is this demon child? You know, like
I can see like Azuma like figuring it out first, like hearing about it, and then because he seems to be the one to flip out about shit first, and so he's gonna find out, then he's gonna find the other two, and then they gotta figure something out.
Yeah.
And, like, but in terms of the timing of it, whether Takopi is gonna be Marina at the wrong time in the wrong place, I don't know. Like whenever like Azuma was like falling out of the window, I fully expected him to like die. Basically.
Well, at this point, like we would just assume the worst, right?
I assume the worst. I assume anything can happen in this show.
And anything can happen in this show.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's a curveball. Like if it looks like a curveball to me, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah. And so like, it just feels like anything that can happen will happen in this show.
And we're getting some like real bad vibes from Shizuka. Like now that she's happy, like there's like nice things are like she has hobbies and we're seeing like she has interests, which our first clue that that's a little bit off is the fact that she's that happy that another child is dead. But also like I fucking get it.
Yeah.
But also like the way she tried to talk Azuma into taking his brother's ring, and she was so like cavalier and like almost like joking about it.
Yeah.
She was manipulative, and so like she's got a little evil in her too. I don't know where they're gonna go with that.
She's kind of like, if you were to like stereotype a family where like, oh, the mother is an escort and then she has like a daughter that she neglects, if we're gonna follow that stereotype, I feel like Shizuka is turning into that stereotype where like she knows what her mom does, and maybe just through how a child works that out, like her mom probably can be manipulative with how the way she works, and so she probably learns from that on men. So she's using what she found out from her mom on Azuma maybe.
Which she before, in some ways, Marina like kept that in line, right? Because she was so beaten and bogged down by this child that she didn't have time or mental energy to even like explore that part of who she was. So like I do wonder if like now her brokenness is gonna just like rise up to the surface and like manifest in really awful ways. I think there's no limit to how dark this show can get.
Wow, that's really interesting. I would have never picked that out. Yeah, because even if she's like this great evil that's in the show, she did serve one purpose, and that would have been to like kind of like essentially like slut shame essentially Shizuka, and so Shizuka would never go that direction, like you said.
But now that she's dead,
now she can do whatever she wants, and
there's no limitations.
And I don't think there's really anyone to stop her really at all. I don't think Asuma might be the closest person to it if he just like snaps out of it.
But he's easily manipulated too.
He is.
So is he gonna be? And like, look, guys, this is like the absolute fucking like worst possible take we could be extracting from this television show. I'm not saying that this is what's gonna happen, but like the potential here for how far they can go with this and how far they can take it and how just grotesque like the behaviors can manifest is like limitless. Like it's. I almost want them to do it because it would be so ballsy and brave for a show to go that deep and dark.
Yeah, like so far it feels like when the show, I feel like the show is self-aware of what it's doing, obviously, but like in regards to the moment it starts to feel like we can predict something, it changes. And like and I think that it's self-aware in that regard. Like it might follow through on some things. Like we thought we figured that the body was gonna get found.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have figured it would have been found maybe this early, but
within the same episode that it was.
Yeah, within the same episode, but not super surprising at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what's gonna happen after this, I have no idea.
Yeah.
So.
And the cliffhangers at the end of each of these fucking episodes, man. Can you like let us breathe? Like.
Yeah, it's like now it's like, okay, we're gonna present one problem for the next episode.
Yeah. But it's not like a little. Like, it's not like a little thing or like a kind of like, oh well, it's like a what the fuck thing. It's like it's huge every and I don't. If they can keep up that pacing, I don't know that it's possible, but if they can keep up that pacing, that would be so insane.
It's honestly the way that they are positioning the characters and how they move the pieces between each episode is like really masterful. It's like, it's so strangely like simple yet so complex, and it's very thoughtful in every single thing that it does.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's so far have not really been any wasted moves with anything. Everything is being done for a reason.
Everything's intentional. And
there's a payoff somewhere.
Yeah.
And then there's payoffs where you don't think there's gonna be a payoff. And yeah, so like this is actually like a really amazing show so far, I feel like.
I think your word masterful is really just like the most apt. Like this is so meticulously crafted. It's actually, it's kind of, remember how we were talking about Arcane and we thought like nothing could ever top Arcane animation wise, because I feel like this is gonna come very close. I know they're two completely different shows and vibes or whatever, but we talked about how everything in the show was perfect, from the music to the cinematography to the storytelling to the acting. This is that. Yeah.
Actually, I was gonna mention something about the acting, right? During when Marina and her mom, well, Takopi and Marina's mom, whenever she got done with all of her slapping fits and then just collapsed, like I kind of sat there, I was like, that was really good acting. Like, just the voice acting is just absolutely stellar, and then the animation is able to accompany the voice acting, and they work together so seamlessly, and so just everything works.
And the music creates this really like dreadful sense of unease.
Yeah.
Particularly because like it's like you said, it's a happy poppy song, but there's something there that like tells you things aren't right, and like that's intentional, and it's just like perfectly put in where it is with whatever's going on in the scene. I mean, like everything about what they do is impressive with this one. So like, I mean, I really think that this is I just don't like, if they can carry this all the way to the end, this may be the best animated series I've ever seen in my life.
Like it could, if they can stick the landing.
Yeah, because I had episodes of Arcane where I was bored. That hasn't happened here. I know it's 30 minutes versus an hour, so it's a little different, not really like a totally fair comparison, but like
it's strange to say it about a show like this, but yeah, this is actually like one of the best shows I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And it's still traversing on that taboo thing, and like when you mentioned the music, it kind of my new descriptive of it is, it's kind of like listening to like a fucked up circus. Like it's very just like, hey, this is for kids, but it's also kind of fucked up here, and like and it's not really for kids, and so there's just always those underlining notes of dread, of just like something is wrong here. And it's I think what's so fantastic about it is that everyone's in on it, and it's like, it's not just one person that's fucked up
carrying the secret.
Yeah, they are all fucked up, including Takopi. And like,
but again, I don't want to say Takopi is fucked up, because again, he just doesn't know.
He doesn't know it. He doesn't know that he's fucked up. But he's part of the problem.
He is part of the problem.
So
he's like, the one that made the problem as big as it is.
He's the entire catalyst of the entire thing.
But still blameless, I feel.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He just doesn't know any better.
But that's a really interesting dynamic, right? You don't see that a lot, where like the problem is an innocent.
Is this little bubblegum guy.
And he's an innocent. He's still, even after killing Marina, he's still an innocent.
Yeah, he literally, all he wants is for everyone to be happy.
Yeah.
That is his entire
What do they
goal.
say? The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
So That's what this is. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Oh man, okay, yeah, that's a good catch there. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Fuck the show, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The show is amazing.
I mean, if we're gonna rate this, I don't know that it could possibly be below a 9 for anything. So if the first episode was a 10 and the last one was 9.5, I'll give this one a 9 just because I feel like the emotional impact of the second episode was better. But it's still fucking fantastic, and I have no complaints.
Yeah, I would say I would give it like an 8.5 for me, just because like. I don't necessarily find Azuma's backstory super interesting.
Concur, yeah.
But we do need to get it. And it's not like a terrible story either. But it is a path that's been traversed. Unless of course his backstory evolves even further.
Which it could.
Yeah, and there's definitely like a little heart in there too, which I do appreciate because there's not a whole lot of that in the other people's story.
No.
Maybe a tiny little bit in Marina in that it's had humble beginnings.
Well, but Azuma at least has his brother, right? And I think
I think he cares about his brother a lot.
He does, because it's not his brother's fault that his parents treat him the way that he does, and I think it's hard for kids to conceptualize things like that. So. And
maybe that's a good point that we kind of forgot to go over, which is like when he started crying at the end. I feel like he was crying because he tried to steal from his brother and he just couldn't do it.
And that's good though, because he still has a leash on. Like, he's not letting his parents fuck him up completely, right? Like, whereas...
Well, that and Shizuka, because that's the whole reason why he was going to do it, right?
Yeah,
so,
and through her manipulations, for sure.
And he was like, oh, like, I love her and I want to do this, but like...
But there's a goodness in him.
But it involves me hurting my brother in doing so. And like, because we now know what the ring was for, and it's like, yeah, his brother has it a certain way, but he also worked for that ring. And that ring means something to him, and he was just gonna take it. And so like, so
and he knew that was wrong.
I think that really
there has to be some good in this show. You know what I mean? And so maybe that's Asuma.
He does kind of represent like, well, other than Takopi, but Takopi's very different. Asuma is kind of like the conscience, I think, of the show, if anything.
Right.
And so, but yeah, it at least just falls under that trope of like, oh yeah, you're not a perfect son, and you know, like we demand perfection of you, and that can be common amongst, you know, certain families and stuff. But other than that, and then like finding the body, that was slightly predictable, but you know, again, we didn't think it was gonna be that early. But the other aspects, like just, you know, how we're going about this and just how fucked up everything is now, and just we're now starting to see a glimpse of how complicated this is really gonna get. And so 8.5 for me.
Still a great episode.
Really good. Not a bad episode so far. But okay, I guess that's it from us. So so we will take a short break between now and episode 4, but hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, and we will see you next time.